Now on NBC Palm Springs at 5, big changes coming to the city of Palm Springs. The company that owns Acrisure Arena and operates the Plaza Theater takes on a brand new project. We'll share their plans ahead.
Also tonight, an educational event held over at La Quinta Middle School with the goal of teaching students the importance of agriculture, nutrition, and healthy choices. Our Brett Rosen will join us live with a full report.
It's opening night here at Palm Springs Stadium, where the Power look to defend their back-to-back league titles. It all starts tonight. We'll talk about it coming up later in sports.
And we're tracking lower temperatures and higher humidity. Your NBC Palm Springs starts now.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Sandusky.
And I'm Mark Mester. We start tonight as a new firm is set to take over the direction of the Palm Springs Convention Center. That's tonight's top story. The Palm Springs City Council recently voted to authorize contract negotiations with the Oakview Group. It's the same group who owns Acrisure Arena and is set to operate the Plaza Theater. Let's go live to Tiani Jadalang in studio tonight. She has all the details. Tiani.
Mark, the contract between the current management firm and the convention center is up in September of this year. During that period, those with the Oakview Group are hoping to take over the contract and expand their reach throughout the greater Palm Springs area. The largest convention center in the Coachella Valley could undergo new management at the end of this year. Palm Springs City Council heard from members of the Oakview Group Wednesday night, a group pushing for more presence here in the Coachella Valley, specifically at the Palm Springs Convention Center.
We like to say we are Palm Springs. We have already over 850 residents in Palm Springs and employees that work for Oakview Group, both full-time and part-time, so we want to look to continue to do that.
Back in March, 2 management companies submitted proposals to the city, but several local leaders, including those with the hospitality industry and city staff, favored ideas coming from Oakview Group. While officials with OVG say they want to retain several parts of the existing contract, they're adding additional goals as well.
To increase occupancy in the facility, we want to increase that, and we want to prioritize events that bring economic impact to the community while maintaining a balance. There we go. We want measurable and verifiable incentive fee targets, and that will be talking about fiscal performance, future bookings.
Another key point discussed by both council members and those with OVG was the financial revenue made off of the convention center, something those with the management company say they can confidently increase.
Looking at what was probably around $750,000, just again objectively what this building was doing in terms of a deficit. Across our portfolio, we had buildings that not only doubled, but in some cases tripled the amount of revenue that they were making, and what also gleaned to be a surplus that were driving revenue.
Several council members expressed the importance of maintaining the uniqueness of the city, which Greg Odell, president of venue management for the Oakview Group, had this response.
We just have extreme confidence that, one, looking at our buildings, that we could actually attack those key areas and key market segments that we talked about, and we could start to change occupancy, change event outcome, and also change the financial picture in terms of revenue.
These negotiations come as the city plans close to $100 million of renovations for the convention center. Staff expects to bring something forward to the council this July. Live in studio, I'm Tiani Jadalang, NBC Palm Springs.
Tiani, thank you. A local alert for you this evening. A deadly crash on the 10 near Sherayko Summit causing a chain reaction this afternoon and blocking 2 lanes of traffic. CHP tells us the driver of a white Dodge pickup was going full speed when he hit the back of a Volkswagen. This triggered a chain reaction with a Tesla and a semi-truck. It happened just before noon near Cottonwood Springs Road and the Box Canyon Road off-ramp. The driver of that Volkswagen died at the scene. No word yet on any other injuries.
A Palm Desert man who was convicted of killing his 1-year-old daughter was sentenced to death today. Adam Slater received the death penalty after being convicted of first-degree murder for the 2020 murder of his daughter, Madeline. In 2020, he stabbed Madeline's mother with a knife and abducted the baby before driving up Highway 74 and throwing her down the ravine. Slater is also a registered sex offender and a serial domestic abuser.
Firefighters right now currently working to contain a brush fire. This is in Joshua Tree National Park. We're tracking what's being called the Eureka Fire. It's burned nearly 165 acres so far. At this time, it's 0% contained. Flames breaking out just before noon. This was in the lower Covington Flats area. Crews quickly called in a helicopter, multiple air tankers to battle those flames. Smoke could be seen for miles across the high desert. We'll have update on the fire and containment efforts coming up in our 6 o'clock news, so please stay with us for that.
Giving you a live look tonight from our Agua Caliente Casino camera above Rancho Mirage. We're going to send things over to Kai Beach right now, tracking the conditions in for Chloe Carlson tonight. Kai, we know it's hot outside for those firefighters. How are the winds looking?
Yeah, Mark, those winds pretty calm right now, but they will pick up as we head into the weekend. Right now, the temperatures, though, those are very warm. Today, 101 degrees. Right now, that wind gusts 9 miles an hour. As we take a look up the hill where that fire is happening, Yucca Valley seeing 13 miles an hour. Down here on the valley floor, Palm Springs International 12, and near Whitewater, we're looking at 15. But this is what we're really concerned about. Take a look at Monday. Wind gusts go all the way up to 40 degrees, making some really tough, dangerous fire conditions out there. As for those high temps today, here on the valley floor, Palm Springs 102, Cabazon 98, our friends up in Joshua Tree 91, and in Big Bear City, 74 degrees. Tonight's evening stroll, a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. 6 o'clock, 99 degrees, 8 o'clock down to 95. You're still up at midnight, we're just under 90. Today is the peak heat. Temperatures do start to drop as we head into the weekend. Tonight, low temperatures, Big Bear City 43, Joshua Tree 65. Here on the valley floor, Palm Springs 77. All right, so Saturday, it's going to be warm. We have a high pressure system that's moving out of the area. Low pressure system coming from Baja. That's going to increase moisture and humidity here on the valley floor. Could see some rain across Southern California. Most likely not going to happen here in the desert. High temps for tomorrow. You need some relief. Head to the coast. We're talking big waves out there, 6 to 7 feet. So if you're not an experienced swimmer, best to stay out of the water. 3-day comfort air forecast, 101 degrees on Saturday. But temperatures do start to drop on Sunday. Could see some rain across Southern California. I'll have a full forecast coming up in just a bit.
The NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk with Tim O'Brien. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Baseball's back. It's opening night for defending champs, the Palm Springs Power. They're taking on the Utah Lab. That's at Palm Springs Stadium tonight at 6:30. Kicks off their exciting season. And that's where we find our Tim O'Brien tonight. Tim, before we talk too much about baseball, I know a local high school is celebrating some softball history today as well.
Yeah, that's right, Olivia. Of course, we'll get to the Power here in just a moment. But this afternoon in Irvine, it was the Rancho Mirage Rattlers softball program playing in their first ever title game. It was the CIF Southern Section Division 7 title game to be exact. And history was in fact made. No team here in the Valley has ever made it that far. Not only did they not make it that far, they've clearly never won it as well. But the Rattlers tonight coming home back to the Coachella Valley as state champions. Now, it all started, much of the game was all on the Rattlers. They got out to a 3-0 lead. Aaliyah Martinez, of course, with a beautiful sack bunt, got those things going early for them. Marquez, and then Giselle Espercuerte with a sac fly to give the Rattlers a 7-1 lead at that point. But the story, of course, is their stud pitcher. We had her on the program a couple weeks back after hitting that 3-run homer we saw in the quarterfinal game. But Annalisa Garcia led the Rattlers again on the mound and at the plate to the promised land. I can't wait to catch up with them when they come back. Tonight, I understand the seniors are celebrating at Disneyland. It is senior night, so the team won't be back here for a bit. But this weekend, our Caitlin Kelly will catch up with the Rattlers as they made history this afternoon. In terms of tonight, as Kai mentioned, it is hot. Well over triple digits right now, but with the misters and a nice little breeze, it's not terrible here at Palm Springs Stadium, where the Power look to defend their back-to-back league titles. Earlier this week, we had a chance to speak with manager Casey Dill, who is at within reach of 600 wins, and the program as a whole in their 21st season with a chance to win 700 games. I believe they sit at 678 wins. Some few local star power back, 5 players returning from last year's team. Tonight at 6, we'll meet some of of them. We'll go a little more in depth of what we can expect from this team this season. But last year, coming off a 35-3 campaign and a league title, certainly looks good heading into this season. So if you're coming on out, first pitch is at 6:30. Again, coming up tonight at 6, we'll have a little bit more with manager Casey Dill. We'll hear from the president and owner of the Palm Springs Power, Andrew Starkey. They're playing the Utah Lab tonight, the first of a 2-game set ahead of Sunday's exhibition game. But again, we'll talk more on that as well. But if you're coming out, stay hydrated, wear maybe a hat and some sunglasses before the sun sets. But first pitch at 6:30, and we'll see you back here coming up tonight at 6. Live at Palm Springs Stadium, home of the Power. I'm Tim O'Brien. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right. Thank you, Tim. Have fun out there. Coming up next here on NBC Palm Springs, Restaurant Week is officially here. We'll tell you what restaurants in the Valley are serving up some deals and how it's all for a good cause.
Also tonight, major lawsuit targets Riverside County's cash bail system, alleging dangerous jail conditions. Those details and more when we come back on this Friday night. More local news this evening. Earlier today, there was an educational nutrition event over at La Quinta Middle School. Desert Sands Unified School District partnering with Aziz Farms. It's to highlight the importance of agriculture and making healthy choices. Let's go to Brett Rosen, who was there and joins us live tonight in studio with everything that happened. Hey, Brett.
Mark, today at La Quinta Middle School, it was more than just a presentation on why you should choose vegetables over candy. It was also about highlighting the importance of agriculture in the Coachella Valley. Desert Sands Unified School District brought in Aziz Farms to talk to La Quinta Middle School students about the importance of making the right choices on what you consume. DSUSD's Nutrition Director Daniel Capello says today's event will be interactive and give students a chance to understand the Valley's agricultural roots.
The teachers have created a curriculum with recipes that when the kids take the food home, they're going to have recipes on how to prepare individual items with the stuff we give them today. We're very removed from agriculture, so when we get our food comes in very clean, it's all packaged already, and so being out at a farm and seeing how it actually grows is very useful. I think it's a very important part of education.
Another thing Aziz Farms have pointed out was how DSUSD was one of the first school districts to work with them on bringing in fresh produce for school lunches. Coming up at 6, hear from a student and staff on how the event was both fun and educational. For NBC Palm Springs, I'm Brett Rosen.
Thank you, Brett. This morning, 2 local students were honored with street namings in Desert Hot Springs. One corner was named after Maya Carbajal Cabrera, valedictorian of Desert Hot Springs High School, who's graduating with an impressive 4.65 GPA. She's headed to UCLA. Best of luck to her. Congratulations. And the street sign in front of the Edward Wellnaff Education Center was named after Fritzy Guerrero Navarro, one of Mount San Jacinto High's top 10 who just completed her first semester at COD.
Yes, of course. It's possible if you try hard enough. It's hard work. It can be stressful, but you just have to keep doing it and it'll pay off in the end.
I'd say by my hard work and dedication. A lot of times I was really tired and everything, but I still pushed through, with resilience. And I feel like that itself, it really helped me. And I would also say my family, they also encouraged me a lot throughout my journey. And I feel like just in general.
Some amazing young women right there with bright futures. Congratulations again to Maya and Fritzy.
All right, get ready to dig in. Greater Palm Springs Restaurant Week is back. It started today, goes until June 8th. Dozens of restaurants across the valley will offer special prefix menus and one-of-a-kind dishes. This is a 10-day celebration of summer flavors, local chefs, and unforgettable dining experiences. Every reservation that's made through their website helps support Fine Food Bank. And get the details on our website. That's NBCPalmSprings.com.
Assemblymember Greg Wallace honored Do the Right Thing Greater Palm Springs as the 2025 Nonprofit of the Year for Assembly District 47. The group was celebrated during a press conference at the Palm Springs Police Department. Since 2023, the program has recognized thousands of local students for their leadership and character while awarding tens of thousands of dollars in scholarships. Wallace praised the nonprofit for building trust between youth and law enforcement as well and changing lives across the Coachella Valley.
Across the region this evening, a coalition of civil rights groups has filed a class action lawsuit against Riverside County challenging its use of cash bail. Suit argues the system unconstitutionally jails people simply because they can't afford to pay for their release, not because they pose a danger. Lawsuit cites poor jail conditions and a spike in inmate deaths, including 18 in 2022, the highest in a decade. It names the county, the sheriff's department, and local courts as defendants. This legal challenge follows a 2021 California Supreme Court ruling that found detaining people solely for lack of money is unconstitutional. Meanwhile, the state attorney general is still investigating allegations of inhumane conditions and excessive force in Riverside County jails.
CIF State Track and Field State Finals began in Clovis this afternoon. New rules addressing the participation of transgender athletes were arriving after A.B. Hernandez, a transgender junior from Jurupa Valley High School, qualified in 3 events. This time, CIF expanded entry slots and introduced rules to ensure fair competition for biological female athletes who are competing against transgender athletes. The U.S. Department of Justice has launched a Title IX investigation into California's allowing transgender athletes to take part in girls' sports. The situation has sparked controversy, including a social media post by President Donald Trump, who's threatening to cut federal funding for California if CIF officials allow Hernandez to continue to compete. The CEO of the Trans Health and Wellness Center here in the Coachella Valley addressing the president's comments today.
It's unfortunate because this is just a child competing. And I think that there's too much focus on them and unfortunately their genitalia versus their ability to have strength and dexterity.
Ahead in our 6 o'clock hour news, our Alondra Campos will have more from the Trans Health and Wellness Center, who are saying federal cuts are already digging deep into local health care services.
On this Friday evening, we are giving you a live look tonight from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. Chloe Carlson has the night off, but we have the next best thing. Kai Beach is here, and he's got your weekend forecast when we come back.
Welcome back, everyone, and happy Friday evening. We're seeing the peak heat today. Temperatures will get lower as we head into the weekend, but humidity, that will start to rise. We're taking a live look at the Walter Clark Legal Cam Highway 111. That is the river in Rancho Mirage. Maybe go out there, chill out at one of those fine restaurants experiencing Greater Palm Springs Restaurant Week. As for today, high today, 102 degrees, normally 98, so we are above average and pretty close to that record high of 110 degrees. The wind gusts right now for our friends out there, the firefighters fighting that blaze up the hill. Pretty calm, but those wind gusts will increase as we head into the weekend. Take a look at Monday, 40 miles an hour at Whitewater. As for today, high temperatures over triple digits on the valley floor, up in Joshua Tree 91, Cabazon 98. Low temperatures for tonight, Big Bear, that's looking nice at 43 degrees. Cabazon 67, 29 Palms, low 70s here on the valley floor. East End, Indio 71. West End, Palm Springs 77. Take a look at the dew point though. Sunday we're up to 25%. That's going to be that humidity coming up from a low pressure system all the way down from Baja. Peak heat for tomorrow, that's happening around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Morning walk forecast, it's going to be warmer tomorrow than it was today. 6 o'clock, 77 degrees, 8 o'clock, 82, and by noon, we're just under triple digits. Take a look at Sunday, not as hot, but very humid out there. We have a low pressure system working its way up from Mexico. That's going to drop temperatures, but increase humidity, and we could see some rain here across Southern California. Will it impact us here in the desert? Most likely not, but it could happen. High temperatures for Friday around the region. A lot of people leaving the desert. Denver 82, Billings, Montana 82. Our friends up in Seattle 75, and in the Bay just under 80 degrees. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, Saturday 101 degrees. Sunday temperatures do start to drop. Could see some rain across Southern California. As we head into the middle of the work week, we're back up to triple digits. The overnight low goes from high 70s to high 60s.
The McCowan Theater has named Yvonne Bell as its new CEO. Seasoned arts leader, Bell previously served as the theater's senior VP of development and has held major roles at LA's Center Theater Group and other cultural institutions. Her career includes transformative fundraising achievements and deep community engagement. The board praised her energy, her vision, and commitment to the arts. Bell is dedicated to continuing McAllen's mission to entertain, educate, and enrich the Coachella Valley.
We have some sad news tonight from the world of television. Loretta Swit, the Emmy-winning actress best known for her iconic role as Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan on MASH, has died. Swit passed away today at her New York City home. She was 87 years old. Her representatives saying she died likely of natural causes, although a coroner's report is still pending. Swit earned 2 Emmys during her time on MASH and was nominated for 10 in total, along with 4 Golden Globe nods. We'll be right back. All right, finally tonight, members of a Massachusetts police department had a different kind of rescue on their hands this morning. In Brookline, Massachusetts, several ducklings took an unexpected plunge, falling through that sewer gate right there. As their mother quacked frantically nearby, the officers called for backup. Little teamwork, they lifted the ducklings from the drain and reunited those ducklings with their mother. She didn't waste any time, leading her little ones away from the danger zone. Is there anything cuter than a little baby duckling? Look how sweet they are. I feel like there's got to be something we can do. We tell this story so many times, ducklings down a drain. There's got to be a mesh or something we can fix on these grates. It just happens way too much.
Hey, we can make some Peking duck out of them, right? Perhaps that would solve the problems.
It's not the route I was thinking.
That's one way to do it. All right, that's going to do it for us. We're back here tonight in 30 minutes, but Nightly News with Lester Holt is coming up next. We'll see you in 30 minutes, everybody. Good night.